There's a lot of electric guitars out there with different shapes, options, and features. It can be a little bit overwhelming to know exactly what matters to you as a beginner. So today I'm at Tapestry Music here in Victoria, BC to show you the most common types of guitars and the features that make the biggest difference to you so you can shop for your first guitar with a bit more confidence, whether it's in person or online. There's also one thing that a lot of beginners don't know about, and it can really make a difference to how your guitar feels to play and how it sounds as well. But before I get into all of that, here's my number one tip, and that is your first guitar should be something that excites you. Whether it's a specific shape, design, or color, you'll get so much more out of your guitar if you're excited to pick it up and play. All this stuff that I'm covering today is just showing you the features that are useful to know about. So first, let's start with the different body types, and there's three main types: solid bodies, semi-hollow bodies, and hollow bodies. Solid bodies are the most common body type and are probably what you picture when you think of an electric guitar. Unlike an acoustic guitar, which is hollow on the inside so the sound can bounce around and project out, this is just a solid piece of wood. It makes it a little bit easier to use and control when compared to the other types, especially if you're going to be playing with a lot of distortion. If you're completely new to electric guitar and don't know where to start, I'd really recommend starting with a solid body. Next, we have semi-hollow bodies, and these have a block of wood that runs straight through the middle and then these hollow wings on either side. That gives it a slightly fuller sound, but it means that it's a little bit lighter as well. They're really good for chordy styles of music like jazz, but they can also handle regular styles of playing as well. But because of that space inside, it can sometimes create feedback, which is that squealing sound that you sometimes hear. But that's usually at higher volumes and higher distortion levels. Finally, there's hollow body guitars. And like an acoustic guitar, these are completely empty on the inside. This gives them a much warmer sound, but they're also quite a bit bigger and bulkier. It also means that they can have more of that feedback, which is a bit harder to control, even at lower distortion levels. Unless you're specifically looking for a hollow body to start with, I'd recommend sticking with one of the other two types, at least for now, for your first guitar. So those are the main body types, but there's a few iconic body shapes that are worth knowing about as well. The most famous is probably the Stratocaster or the S-style guitar when it's not made by Fender. There's also the Telecaster or T-style guitar, and then there's classics like the Les Paul and the SG with those shallow horns. But there's plenty more shapes as well, and it would take an entire video to go through all of those. They each have their own individual quirks, but it mostly just affects how the guitar looks rather than how it plays. So it's entirely down to which shape clicks with you. What's more important now for your first guitar is the body type and the pickups. Pickups play a big role in shaping the overall sound of your electric guitar as they capture the sound of the strings and pass it onto your amplifier. Single coils have a brighter, clearer sound, but they also pick up more electrical interference, which is that buzz or hum that you sometimes hear, especially at higher gain settings. Humbuckers were designed to remove or buck the hum, making them better for playing at higher gain settings. They also tend to have a warmer and punchier sound. Now, your amplifier has the biggest impact on your overall tone, but pickups set the groundwork. If you're not sure where to start, I really recommend picking up what's called an HSS style guitar or humbucker single coil, because it gives you the flexibility of both types of pickups. Finally, there's one thing that I mentioned that most beginners just don't know about, and that's having your guitar set up. A setup involves adjusting the different bits on your guitar so it's in its best playing condition for you. It can completely change how your guitar plays, making it feel easier and even sound better too. Some stores include a setup if you buy your guitar there, but if they don't, or if you buy it online, then you can take your guitar in and it should cost you around $80 to $100, that's US. And it's totally worth it. But if you want to do it yourself, I've got a video showing you how to do it in the description below. So hopefully you now feel more prepared for buying your first electric guitar. And if you've got a guitar in mind, or if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, thank you for watching. I really hope this helped, and I'll see you in the next one.